Hey everyone, and welcome back to online English class. This is level 2, lesson 20, which starts on June 10th. In lesson 20, we are reviewing the book for the test next week. This is part 2. In this video, we're going to review comparing two things. We're also comparing 3 or more things. And then we're going to review and, but, and or. You are probably watching this video between June 10th and June 21st. This video was filmed on June 7th, 2020. Okay, so first we're going to use comparatives. Comparatives are when you compare two things. You need to know this word only for the test. After that, you don't need to know this word. So, comparatives is for when you compare two things. So, how do we change it? Well, we change the adjectives. Remember, adjectives are things that describe, words that describe things. So, red, big, good, bad, tall, short, all of these are describing words. They are adjectives. So, when we compare two things, we change the adjective. If the adjective has one syllable, one sound, we add er. So cheap. Cheap has one syllable. Cheap. So we add er. Cheap becomes cheaper. Big becomes bigger. Tall, taller. Wide, wider. When the adjective has two or more syllables, we use the word more. Comfortable. Comfortable. Comfortable has 3 syllables, so we say more comfortable. Expensive. More expensive. If the adjective ends with the letter Y, we change Y to IER. Heavy becomes heavier. Pretty becomes prettier. And then we have the irregular adjectives. So good becomes better. Bad becomes worse. Okay, so let's get some practice. We have the word heavy. We want to use the comparative for heavy when we compare two things. So how do we change this adjective? Heavy ends with the letter Y, so we change Y to IER. Heavy becomes heavier. Comfortable. How many syllables is in comfortable? Comfortable. Comfortable has 3 syllables. For adjectives with 2 or more syllables, we use more. So we say more comfortable. Small. How many syllables is in the word small? Small. 1 syllable. So we add ER to the end of the word. Smaller. Expensive. How many syllables in expensive? Expensive. Expensive has 3 syllables. So for 2 or more syllables, we use more. Cheap. How many syllables in the word cheap? Cheap. 1 syllable. We add ER. Cheaper. Big. Big is an irregular verb, irregular adjective. When we use comparatives, wait, no, it's not. Big is just regular. Big has 1 syllable, so we say bigger. Good and bad are the irregular adjectives. For comparatives, when we compare two things, Good becomes better. Bad becomes worse. Good, better. Bad, worse. So let's see. We have two sofas here. A white sofa and a blue sofa. Which sofa is bigger? The white sofa is bigger. Which sofa is smaller? The blue sofa is smaller. What about expensive? Which sofa is more expensive? The white sofa is more expensive. And cheap. Which sofa is cheaper? The blue sofa is cheaper. Let's talk about heavy. Which sofa do you think is heavier? I think the white sofa is heavier because it's bigger. And then comfortable. Which sofa do you think is more comfortable? I think the white sofa is more comfortable. Now, let's talk about superlatives. Superlatives are when we compare three or more things. Again, you only need to know this word for the test. Superlatives. Superlative adjectives, when we compare three or more things. So, let's see. When the adjective has one syllable, we use the word the at the beginning, and at the end we add est. So cheap becomes the cheapest, tall, the tallest, big, the biggest, wide, the widest. If the adjective has two or more syllables, we use the most. Comfortable becomes the most comfortable. Expensive, the most expensive. If the adjective ends with the letter Y, we change Y to IEST. Remember, this in your book is incorrect. We change it to IEST. Heavy becomes the heaviest. Pretty becomes the prettiest. And we have irregular adjectives for superlatives. Good becomes the best. Bad becomes the worst. Okay, so now let's change these adjectives to superlatives for when we compare two or more things. Three or more things. So, the superlative for new. New has one syllable, new. So, we say the new, EST, the newest. Long. Long also has one syllable, long. Long becomes the long, EST, the longest. High. High, one syllable, high. The high, EST, the highest. Old, the oldest. Low, the lowest. The lowest. Friendly. Friendly ends with the letter Y. So what do we do with the letter Y? Use the and change Y to IEST. The friend. Then we change Y for IEST, the friendliest. Cheap. Cheap has one syllable. Cheap. So, with one syllable, we say the cheap ist, the cheapest. Crowded. Crowded. Crowded has 2 syllables. So for adjectives with 2 or more syllables, we say the most. The most crowded. Comfortable. Comfortable. Comfortable has 3 syllables. If the adjective has more than 1 syllable, we say the most. The most comfortable. The most comfortable. Okay, so now let's review and, but, and or. We use and to connect similar things. So if we have the sentence, I like coffee. And you like coffee. I like coffee, you like coffee. We can say, you and I like coffee. Or we can also write and right here. I like coffee and you like coffee. You and I like coffee. Now, I need you to understand that this is not a list. This is not a list. The type of and we're talking about here is for connecting similar things, not I have cookies, eggs, and milk. This is not a list. What is a list? A list is when you have many things and you want to put them together. I have cookies, eggs, and milk. This and this and are different. Okay? So this and, you use this and in a list. Right now, we are not learning about lists. We are learning about connecting similar things, not a list, okay? So next we have but. Let me clarify that this is a list. So this is not a list. This is a list. We use the word and for different jobs in English. They have different functions here, different uses. The first use is for connecting similar things. The second use is for making a list. I need you to understand that these two are different. Now, we use the word but for connecting different ideas. Usually these ideas are opposite. So we can say, I like the red shirt. I like the red shirt. I don't like the blue shirt. I like the red shirt. I don't like the blue shirt. We use but because these are opposite ideas. I like the red shirt, but I don't like the blue shirt. I like the red shirt, but not the blue shirt. I like the red shirt, but not the blue shirt. The not here is from do not. I do not like. I like the red shirt, but not the blue shirt. And then we have the word or. We use the word or for when we connect choices. Wait, that's French. We use the word or when we connect choices. So when we connect choices, it means we can only pick one. We only choose one. So we say, you can have the pink hat or the green hat. You can have the pink hat or the green hat. You can only have one, so you need to choose one. Which hat do you want? The pink hat or the green hat? A couple weeks ago, this was the homework. You had to you compare two cars. So let's try doing that. Compare these two used cars and give recommendations. Use comparison words to compare the two cars. Which car would you recommend based on age, price, mileage, number of features, or number of damages? So here are some examples. There we have two people, Annie and Blanca. Annie, I don't want to spend a lot of money. Which car would you recommend? I would recommend the Hyundai because it is cheaper. Can I drive it? I want to test drive the car before I buy it. Example 2. I don't want a car with leather seats. Which car would you recommend? I would recommend the Nissan because it doesn't have leather seats. Would you open the trunk? I want to see inside. So, we have two cars here. Okay, we have two cars here. One is a Hyundai and one is a Nissan. Those are the names of the cars. We have the year, the price, the total mileage, the color, the features, and the damages. So the year for this car is 2012. This is the year the car was made. The Nissan was made in 2016. So if we were to compare based on age, how would we do it? Well, we would use comparatives because we are comparing two things. And we want to know which car is older. Which car is older? The Hyundai is older because it was made in 2012. The Hyundai is 4 years older than the Nissan. Which car is newer? The Nissan is newer. The Nissan is 4 years newer. Okay, let's talk about price. Expensive and cheap. We're using comparatives because we compare two things. So, which car is cheaper? The Hyundai, the black car, is cheaper. It is about $700 cheaper than the Nissan, the white car. The white car is more expensive than the black car. The white car is $750 more expensive than the black car. Okay, so we have the features here. The black car has 2 features. The white car has 3 features. So which car has more features? The white car has more features. So tell me, which car is better? Which car is better? Is the black car better or the white car better? Which car is worse? The black car is worse or the white car is worse. Okay, now the last thing I want to talk about is the superlatives in a story. Remember, superlatives are when we have 3 or more things. So this is the story about the best gift. The best gift I ever received was a necklace. My mother bought it in a jewelry store. The necklace was in the shape of a heart. She gave it to me on my birthday a long time ago. My mother said it was her heart. Okay, so let's talk about this necklace with superlatives. Remember, superlatives are when we compare 3 or more things. So we want to compare this necklace with all of the other necklaces in the jewelry store. Why did her mother choose this necklace? We need to compare this necklace with the hundreds of other necklaces in the jewelry store. Why did she get this one? Maybe she got this necklace because it is the pretty. How do we change pretty when we compare 3 or more things? We say the prettiest. Maybe her mother chose the necklace because it was the prettiest necklace. Or beautiful. Beautiful. Because beautiful has 3 syllables, we say the most beautiful. Maybe she chose the necklace because it's the most beautiful or the prettiest necklace. Or maybe it's the most comfortable necklace. It's a very comfortable necklace to wear. Or it was the newest necklace. Maybe this was the newest necklace. They just made it. It's a new type of necklace. Or maybe it's the most expensive or the cheapest necklace. But this is the best gift because it is the most beautiful necklace, the prettiest necklace, the most comfortable necklace, the newest necklace, the most expensive necklace. Why is it the best necklace?